Good day, everybody. My name is Adeyemi Princess. I'm in ILD Group 1, and I, together with my classmates today, will be speaking on gender based violence, the subs under it, the solutions and preventions to such actions. Firstly, what is gender based violence? Gender based violence is any act of violence that results in physical, sexual, psychological, mental, or suffering, threats, arbitrary deprivation of liberty, whether occurring in public, private life. It is a phenomenon deeply rooted in the inequality that both genders face in the society today, and it continues to be one of the most notable human rights violations within all societies. The main cause of this violence or action is the perpetrator, and it is very important to keep in mind that a person who has been affected by gender based violence is never and will never be responsible for the perpetrator's actions. Addressing gender based violence requires a comprehensive survival centered response system, and just so you know that over 80% of those who experience gender based violence do not seek professional help and instead prefer to continue into the violence.
Good day, everyone. My name is Geskema Kepofatemoebide Kemi, and I'm here to talk on gender-based violence with respect to sexual violence. Gender-based violence can simply be defined as any forceful or violent activity that is done against either genders, both male and female, that can have any sort of harm or effects on them. Sexual violence can simply be defined as the act of forcefully or coercively making an individual participate in sexual activity that is against their will or without their consent. This is an illegal activity that encompasses crimes like sexual abuse, sexual assault, rape, and so on, and it has had negative influence on several individuals around the world. It is mostly common among men, but
Hi, my name is Akademi Bukola Princess, and I'm here to talk on the topic femicide. Now, what is femicide? It is the act of murdering a woman, often on the basis of gender. It is a type of gender-based violence, and it often stems from patriarchal beliefs and norms the value of women and girls. And this is very, very common in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, also in Africa, not just in Africa, in this global world. This is very common, and it is not a good quality, it's a bad quality. It is used like equality as far it harasses women, rapes women against their will, make them to do things against their will, and it mostly kills women. Now, it is a widespread problem which occurs in every region of the world, and it's particularly prevalent in Latin America, Caribbean, and I've said the Africa. So it can take many forms, which includes intimate partner violence, honor killings, driving related killings, and as I said, sexual violence, which is mostly common in relationship between couples. So we have the estimation of femicide all around the globe. So we have 5.7 out of 100,000 women and girls which were killed in Nigeria in 2016, and this is international comparable rate for deaths which involved in interpersonal violence, which is more than twice the globe average of 2.6. So please, men, stop using femicide against women. Stop harassing them. Stop raping them. Please stop. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Godwin Wasonke, and I'm going to be talking about human trafficking as a form of gender-based violence. Human trafficking as a form of gender-based violence is a serious violation of human rights that affects individuals around the world. It predominantly impacts women and girls who are often targeted for exploitation in various forms, such as forced labor, sexual exploitation, or forced marriage. The trafficking of persons, particularly women and girls, involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to exploit victims. It is essential to address the root causes of human trafficking, raise awareness about the issue, and provide support and protection to survivors. Efforts to combat human trafficking should involve cooperation between government, law enforcement agencies, and non-profit organizations. Educating communities, implementing stronger laws and policies, and providing training for law enforcement and service providers are essential steps in preventing human trafficking and supporting victims by understanding the intersection of human trafficking with gender-based violence. We can work towards ending this form of exploitation and promoting human rights for all individuals. If you suspect someone is a victim of human trafficking, you can report it to the authorities or contact local anti-trafficking organizations for help. By working together, we can end human trafficking and protect the rights and dignity of all individuals. Thank you.
Picking up from the last speaker, I'm here to talk about the female genital mutilation. The female genital mutilation, what does that mean? Female genital mutilation is the ritual cutting or the removal of some or all of the vulva. And we can find these practices in some countries in Africa like the Asia and the Middle East. Moving on to the types of female genital mutilation. We have the type 1, which is called the clitoridectomy, meaning the partial or the total removal of clitoris. This is the sensitive part of the female genital. Type 2, we call the excision, which is the partial or the total removal of the clitoris and the inner labia. And lastly, type 3, called infibulation, which is the narrowing of the vaginal opening by creating a covering seal. And now, last but not the least, we have effects of female genital mutilation. We have severe bleeding, infection, problems in urinating, and complications in childbirth.
Good evening. My name is Emmanuel Blessing. I'm here to present for my political science group. The topic of my presentation is child marriage. Child marriage is defined as a practice where at least one of the parties is below the age of 18. It is a very disturbing consequence. It's a very disturbing practice and has various negative consequences, especially for the child involved in the marriage. It deprives the child of various things such as education, personal development, and good health. It leads to various other wrong things like early pregnancies and maternal deficiencies. Child marriage has various disadvantages and impacts. Some of the impacts include lack of education. When a child gets married at an early age, the child has to stop schooling and take on various responsibilities that are not of their age. Another impact is psychological impact. Once the child takes all these responsibilities at a very young age, it can lead to a lot of problems such as mental health and loss of memory and other bad things that it has an impact of their health care. Another disadvantage is health risks, especially for the girls. When they get married at an underage, for example, an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old, they get pregnant at a very young age, which can affect their health, cause miscarriage, cause death during pregnancies, and other pregnancy complications. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Ella. I'm in Group 6 Political Science and I'm going to be talking about digital violence. Digital violence is also known as online harassment or cyberbullying. It's a very serious issue. It refers to any form of violence that can occur online, such as sending threatening messages, spreading rumors, sharing explicit content without consent, and many more. It has profound impact on a person's mental health and emotional well-being. It's very important to raise awareness about this type of issue. If someone experiences digital violence, he or she should report to any official authorities or platforms. Remember, everyone deserves to feel safe and respected online. Digital violence has benefits. For example, there is cyberbullying, online harassment, revenge porn, boxing, and trolling. So cyberbullying involves using of digital platforms to harass or intimidate people. Like they can include sending harmful messages and many more. Online harassment is very similar to cyberbullying. It refers to unwanted behavior that is aimed at to disturb or intimidate someone else. Then we have revenge porn. Revenge porn, it's literally just like posting of intimate videos of another person without the person's consent. So these are many forms of digital violence, and I'm here to tell us to abstain from digital violence, because digital violence is not the best form of, it is not a good way of dealing with people's mental health. I mean, it kills people emotionally and mentally. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Christian Figo Masichukwu, and I'll be talking on gender-based violence in relation to psychological violence. What is psychological violence? Psychological violence, also known as emotional or mental abuse, refers to behaviors or actions that inflict emotional harm, manipulation, or distress on an individual. Unlike physical violence, psychological violence primary target is the emotional or mental well-being of the person.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Akakbere Tomiwa, and I'm going to be talking about the solutions to gender-based violence. The first solution to gender-based violence is education and awareness. This involves educating and making people aware of the dangers of gender-based violence and making them aware of the whole concept of gender-based violence. The second solution is taking legal measures. Acts should be put in place against gender-based violence. Like, people should be informed, aware that legally gender-based violence is not allowed and it's very, very condemned by the society. The third solution is empowerment of women. Women should be empowered and given power. They should be empowered. They should be encouraged to stand up for themselves, and they should be taught lessons on how to stand up for themselves and to face challenges by themselves. They should not let people override them and treat them anyhow just because they are women and they have power over them simply because they are women. The fourth solution to gender-based violence is challenging social norms. Challenging social norms simply involves going against the normal rule of the society, the normal norm of society that says men are better than women, men are more powerful than women. Women should try to go against those norms. They should try to go against norms like that and show people that women can be more than just women. They can stand up to men. They can do the same things that men can do. The fifth solution to gender-based violence is the support system. Government should put in place organizations and counseling sessions to make people who have been victims of gender-based violence understand that it's not okay. The fact that they were violated because they were females is not okay. Those are the solutions to gender-based violence. Thank you.